Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us this evening. We will begin our program in 2 minutes. Until then, please make yourself comfortable, dim your lights, pour yourself a drink, and enjoy our pre show music. See you soon.
Oigo tu voz engarzada en los acordes de una lírica guitarra. Sos milonga de otros tiempos, yo te vi crecer, prendida en las polleras de un bailongo guapo y rompedor, como jamás ha de volver. Nadie tal vez comprendió mejor las penas, ni el sentir de mi barriada. Sin embargo te olvidaron y en el callejón tan solo una guitarra te recuerda, criolla como tú, y en su gemir tiembla mi ser. Vuelvo cansada de todo y en mi corazón lloran los años. Mi vida busca tan solo la tranquilidad del viejo barrio. Y encuentro todo cambiado, menos tu canción, milonga mía. El progreso ha destrozado toda la emoción de mi arrabal.
Hello, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Skeleton Reps Virtual Salon Series. My name is Callie Considine. I'm a core member of the Skeleton Represents, practicing my craft alongside the artistic director and founder, Ria T. DeLulo. Hi,
Hey
Ria.
everyone. Good evening and thank you so much for being here with us. How you doing, Callie?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm extra good because this is my 50th salon. 50. So that's a lot of years of new work development, brought to you at first in a living room and then over this amazing platform. So I'm experiencing a lot of gratitude tonight. Thank you to everyone who has made 50 of these possible. Let's ring out the year real strong with it. And thank you so much to this entire team. This is a pretty fantastic project, and I'm glad it's our 50th.
Congratulations. I'm so happy to be a part of it with you.
Can't wait to see it. See you on the other end.
So tonight we will be experiencing Reynaldo Piniella's Son of an Unknown Father. Reynaldo, would you like to come say hi to folks?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here on a Monday night. This play is really a labor of love, about a man who is really an inspiration to me. Everyone involved with this production is someone I admire. So I'm grateful that you're choosing to spend your time with us and enjoy the show.
Thank you. I will see you on the other side. So, before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about the Skeleton Represents. We are a new works development company with a mission to explore modern myth. That could mean anything from recontextualizing ancient mythology in contemporary settings to exploring what's mythological about our own age. And the Salon series is our primary vehicle for new work development. They're intended for plays that are past the point of reading and editing around a table and are in need of staging in front of an audience to develop further. If you want to follow more of what we do here at the Skeleton Represents, please like and subscribe. We also run entirely on donations, so if you like what we have to offer, feel free to show us some love on Venmo at Skeleton Rep. After the show, the actors will turn their video on to take a bow, at which point you're welcome to put any regards in the YouTube chat box. And for anyone who would like to stay, Ria will lead a short post-show discussion where you can ask questions of the artists as well as share your compliments as we celebrate the new work together. Thank you, and with no further ado, please sit back and enjoy our 50th Salon. Son of an Unknown Father by Reynaldo Piniella. Prologue. As the audience enters the theater, we're in the middle of a party, a homegoing ceremony to be exact. Music is playing, dancing is encouraged, and if you have the budget, food is served. The audience should be invited to join in the celebration, or they can just sit and read the ads in their programs. Their choice. There is an open coffin center stage holding the actor playing Martine. The actors periodically walk up to the coffin to pay their respects. Then, they find a seat in the audience and strike up conversation with their seatmates.
Good evening. Thank you for making time on this busy Sunday afternoon to come and pay your respects to my beloved son, Martin. Martin was a kind man, the kindest of men, and he had a level of patience unmatched in this world. There were only a few things that would cause him to lose his temper. One of those things were interruptions, particularly loud pinging noises and small luminescent devices. So please, let Martin's soul rest in peace by taking a moment now to silence any devices that might break his slumber. You don't want him whispering nasty things about you to St. Peter. The Word of God was the bedrock of Martin's life, and prayer was the soil. And he made sure to water it every day. One of his favorites was from the 25th chapter of Matthew. If you reach under your seats, you will find a Bible. If you're having trouble finding it, ask a neighbor for help. Just like so many did of Martin. The scripture reads, "For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. A stranger, and you welcomed me. Naked, and you clothed me. Ill, and you cared for me. In prison, and you visited me."
Porque tuve hambre, y ustedes me dieron de comer. Tuve sed, y me dieron de beber. Fui forastero, y me dieron alojamiento. Necesité ropa, y me vistieron. Estuve enfermo, y me entendieron. Estuve en la cárcel, y me visitaron.
It continues. "But Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty? When did we see you a stranger and welcomed you? Or see you naked,
Cuando te vimos
or
hambriento,
ill,
o
or in
sediento,
prison?"
o como
And
forastero,
he will say to them
o
in
necesitado de
reply,
ropa, o
"Whatever you
enfermo,
did for the least of
o en
these
la
brothers of
cárcel,
mine,
y
you
no te
did for me."
ayudamos, Él les responderá: les aseguro que todo lo que no hicieron por el más pequeño de mis hermanos, tampoco lo hicieron por mí.
A question that Martin pondered all his life is, why do we believe?
¿Por qué creemos?
¿Por qué creemos?
¿Por qué creemos?
Why do we believe? A strange question coming from the mother of a saint. But so many of us have lost our faith, our belief in the Word of God. So let us examine this question through the life of my son, Martin, Saint Martin de Porres.
The lights transition and Martin slowly rises from his coffin, like Lazarus. He is handed a broom by a fellow actor, and the actors transform the space. They transport us out of the present day and into the 1600s. They take a seat in the audience with us. Act 1, Scene 1. Martin stands in a spotlight sweeping. Jesus Christ hangs above, looking down at his fellow black man.
Lima, Peru.
Outside the Basílica y Monasterio de Santo Domingo.
The year is 1600.
Father Lorenzana approaches. He takes a look at his yard and stops.
Martin, are you blind and stupid?
I'm sorry?
My yard is ruined. Can't you see these weeds?
My apologies, Father. I will get to it.
Never mind. This garden is my joy, and you've ruined it. I'll have you know that the members of this rosary complain every day about you being here. But the kindness in my heart implored me to give a Zambo like you a chance, to let you sweep, mop, wash our clothes, cut our hair, and tend to our animals is an honor you should be grateful for.
I am.
Then show some gratitude and pluck these weeds straight away.
My father, before you go, may I have a word?
About?
The clergy.
What about them? They are no concern of yours.
I was wondering if perhaps they could be.
In what way?
As in me, as a member of it.
Martin, you have a wonderful sense of humor. There are shows in town that could use you. Put on some red lipstick and you'd be quite the star.
The stage is no place for me, but the church is. What must I do to prove myself to you? I work tirelessly and it is never enough for you. There are members, there are brothers of this congregation who do not measure up the way I do, yet they waltz through those doors and take a seat next to you. Yes, I know it is wrong to speak ill of another man, but I only speak my truth.
Martin, you sound like your father, making demands and thinking you can change the world. But he was a salacious man, dipping his stick in any chocolate he could find. But he loved you, despite your stained appearance. He educated you like a white man, but no matter how articulate you are not one. Though your soul is pure, your blood is not. You can never be one of us. It goes against centuries of law, and I cannot go against the Bible's teaching. I am sorry.
In the Bible, it is a sin to kill a slave, yet your brothers have killed thousands of my brethren. It is a sin to plant more than one seed in a field, yet your farmers grow crops to their heart's content. And it is a sin to copulate with a woman during their monthly time, and men everywhere do it. Men who visit your church every Sunday. If you can make an exception for their misgivings, why not for me?
You would need a miracle from God himself to gain the right to wear this tunic. As a son of a slave, you can never sit alongside me. And that, Martin, is my final word.
Father exits into the rosary. Martin begins plucking weeds from the garden.
A miracle, you say? That is nothing for my father. Father. He can birth new animals, shift continents, form galaxies. What is one small favor for a lowly creature like me?
I never got the talking to yourself thing.
Martin turns and sees Lucy enter. He is dressed in a three-piece black suit, from another age and dimension.
Crazy people talk to themselves and they get locked away, yet when you talk to the clouds, you're holier than thou. Tell me, what's it like to have an imaginary friend?
Do I know you from somewhere?
You don't know who I am? Wow, and here I thought I was famous. Why, just call me Misunderstood.
Okay, misunderstood. What are those clothes you're wearing? I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, this whole getup, it's H&M. Nothing special. Would only run you about 400 pesos.
400 pesos? You spend that much money on clothes?
Well, not all of us aspire to wear a tunic that looks like a bag of rice. This suit makes me feel good, helps me make a statement.
I imagine those clothes are quite hot.
Oh, yeah, I'm burning up, inside and out. But I'm very comfortable in the heat. Where I live, it's a brisk 900 degrees year-round.
And where is that?
The land down under. Ha! Way, way down under, if you know what I mean.
Down. No.
Oh, yeah.
You.
What about me?
You're Beelzebub, the Prince of Lies, the Dark Lord. I've dreamt about you.
Oh, you've been dreaming about me, Martin? I didn't know you swang that way.
The Lord rebuke you.
Well, no, hold on. Let's just hold off on the rebuking for a minute, shall we? I just have some questions for you. Answer, and I'll be on my way.
No. Why have you come to me? Why now? Is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ
Relax,
about to return?
Martin. Relax. I'm here because you're a special cookie, and I want to get to know you a little better.
You lie.
Of course I do. I'm the poster boy for sinning, after all. It'll all come out in due time. The people in the audience haven't even snuck a peek to see what time it is yet. So just 5 minutes, and I'll be on my way. Comprende? Great. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how we got here, to this moment. So let's go back to the beginning. Your grandmother. She was born into bondage. Yeah, can we not bring him into this? My old boss and I don't exactly see eye to eye. I can guarantee God is not resting any souls. So, as I was saying, Your grandmother was born into bondage. She had your mother, who was also born into bondage, in the Caribbean. Then your mother was brought here, raped by your father, who then turned around.
A lie.
No, I'm telling the truth for once. I know it's hard to believe, but were you there, Martin? And even if you were, tell me, can a slave consent? Is your mouth broken? Need to change the batteries? Exactly. So, she was raped, making you a product of rape, making you a walking sin. Those Spaniards came here and forced a language down your throat that isn't yours. You learned their language like a good little boy that you are, and then they put a book in your hand.
Lucy snatches a Bible from someone in the audience.
And those conquistadors told you to worship a man in the sky who really is nothing special to look at, as white bread as they come. How his sun became so dark is beyond me. But you were told to worship this God, and you did. Why? When you got down on your knees to pray, aren't you bowing to your oppressors? Is not faith about overcoming, getting beyond the limitations of your life, unburdening yourself from the sins of the past? Silence. Don't worry, I don't need an answer right now. I'll be around. Think about it, Martin. Till next time.
Lucy rips a page out of the Bible and throws the page at Martine. Lucy is gone. Martine picks up the page from the Bible and recites the passage. While Martine speaks, the chorus enters and circles him.
Romans chapter 8, verse 31. What, then, shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? Who will bring any charge against those whom God has chosen? It is God who justifies. Who then is the one who condemns? No one.
Seems the garden of Martin's mind needs pruning.
He's not yet a man of God.
Nor is he a man of Satan.
Will he choose sin or salvation?
Kill all those who enslave your people.
Or bring the enslavers to the light.
That's a lot for one man to bear.
That's a lot for one man to fear.
That's a lot for any man to hear.
A test of heart.
Test of the soul.
A test of your spirit.
You will be the judge.
And the jury.
Ask yourself,
What would you do?
If you were in Martine's position.
Would you fold?
or flourish?
Would you stay true to your beliefs?
Actor 2 starts coughing and struggling to breathe. Martine sees him.
Hermano, ¿estás bien?
Ayúdame.
Bien. Ven por aquí. ¿Necesitas agua?
Sí.
Lucy enters.
It's Dasani. It's only slightly better than nothing.
Albert takes a sip.
You came to the right place. Martin Hill can hear anything. And he won't bill your insurance either.
Did you send him? Is this a test you've given me?
Me? No, I think this is a test from the big boss man. He loves giving tests he can't pass. I'm more of an open book test type myself.
No tengo tiempo.
Well, I better get going. Good luck.
You can't leave. I need your help. I can't help him alone.
No, you don't. Marty, you're the man with the plan. Well, not in this case, but you know what I mean.
Wait! Misunderstood!
Lucy exits. Martine turns back to Albert.
Descansa aquí. Iré a buscar a quien que te ayude.
No, por favor. Necesito que me ayudes.
¿Por qué? I am not allowed to help you. If someone were to find out...
Por favor. Muriendo.
Martine heads off stage. Martine returns with tools.
These are leeches. I will use them to purify your blood. Just hold still.
Screams in agony.
I'm almost done. Breathe. Hold my hand. I've got you.
Reza conmigo. Sáname, Señor, y será sano. Sálvame y será salvo.
For you are the one I praise. They keep saying to me,
¿Dónde está la palabra del Señor? Que se cumpla ahora.
I have not run away from being your shepherd.
Sabes que no he deseado el día de la desaparición.
What passes my lips is open before you. Do not be a terror to me. You are my refuge in the day of disaster.
Father Lorenzano walks in.
What is this? Martin, what have you done? What is in your hands?
Leeches. I used them to purify his blood. He came to me on the edge of death. He struggled to breathe and begged me to help him. I did all I could.
You must leave. They will stone you, hang you, maim you. You know you are not allowed to lay hands on another man.
What should I have done? Let him die?
Yes,
Father, do you know what you were saying?
yes. You have stained this man, Martin, the same way his blood has stained you.
Suddenly, Albert sits up, fully recovered.
Habla verdad. Estaría muerto si no fuera por este hombre. Por anhelo, padre.
No, what is he saying, Martin?
He is saying that I speak true.
Do you think you can get over that easy on me? Just a second ago, he lay gasping for breath. I've seen good actors in the circus, but this is something else.
Mi padre. Martín put his hands on me y yo estoy bien. Muy bien. Mira!
Albert does a flip, or a somersault, or any other fun physical thing.
Do not mock me with this foolishness. I am a man of God, not your drinking buddy.
Father, I would not lie. Estaba agobiado por la enfermedad. Ahora mi vitalidad ha sido restaurada y estaré eternamente agradecido por ello.
Speak my language when you speak to me.
He is thanking me for the help.
And tell him to be more careful next time. And to leave. You have more pruning to do.
Le diré al mundo sobre esto. Marca mis palabras.
Albert exits.
Well, I'll be damned, Martin. How did you manage to patch up his wounds? Was it some kind of voodoo your people practice?
I have practiced medicine since I was 8 years old. He is not the first man I've operated on.
You know it is a sin to withhold knowledge that will help others. Did you sacrifice an animal, rub some magic dust in his eyes?
I told you I used leeches to purify his blood, and that God strike me down if I'm lying to you.
You should not tempt our Lord and Savior, Martin. There may come a time when you are face to face with him, and you must hold fear in your heart when you do.
I am a God-fearing man, Father.
Well, whatever your means, your deed was noble, and one that should be rewarded.
Lucy claps, and the actors freeze on stage.
Should be rewarded. For heaven's sake, why do we say that, for heaven's sake? Heaven's a retirement home for boring people. Martin will fit right in. I'll have you know that the father is thinking about letting Martin join the Holy Order. Doesn't it make all of you with white guilt out there happy? A little Negro boy getting a diversity scholarship to attend church? Well, Father here thinks for so long that 15 years pass before he makes his decision. So, let's take a peek of what went down while Father was having his existential crisis.
The actors transform the stage into a barbershop. Martin and Father stay on stage.
Where the hell have you been?
We opened an hour ago.
Bruh, I seen some shit.
What? The unemployment line?
You trying to get fired, yo?
Nah, I seen some biblical shit straight out of the Green Mile.
Underrated movie.
Tom Hanks was great.
Y'all know Martin de Porres?
That dude that stays at the church?
A homie is way too nice.
Yeah, he's definitely compensating for something.
Well, he's nice with those hands.
He can fight.
Nah, I mean his hands have powers. I woke up this morning with all kinds of chills and breathing problems.
Told you not to sleep with the window open.
And that Omarion is going around.
You get boosted yet?
It wasn't that, it's something hereditary.
Oh, you got that generational trauma.
Martin touched me and the pain was gone.
He touched you?
Oh, he gave you a happy ending.
Nah. He touched my clothed body and the pain disappeared. Look!
Albert does the acrobatic move again.
The hell?
Do it again.
Why?
I bet your old ass can't do it again.
How much we betting?
Just do it.
Albert shows off for the third time.
Yo, Martin, turn. Yo, Martin turned you into Simone Biles.
Listen, still don't prove that he has powers.
I bet. Y'all don't gotta believe me, but I know what happened. And y'all gonna be wishing you got on Jesus' good side when you had the chance.
You know how many dudes I know named Jesus?
Half of Lima is named Jesus.
And now one of them has blonde hair and blue eyes.
For real. And why is Jesus always a white dude in photos? Ain't nothing holy about these white folks.
Word. Half the stuff in the Bible ain't even written.
White folks just be making up shit because it sound cool, like they Shakespeare and shit.
The Jonah and the whale story slaps though.
Jonah was about that life, low key.
Where you going?
To spread the word about Christ's return.
You better spread some shaving cream on somebody's neck. Your shift ain't over.
Lucy claps his hands twice and the three men freeze.
That never gets old. I have a clap-on light at home. Highly recommend them. Seems Martin here is going to have to work a lot harder to convince the masses he's touched by God. So, Marty,
Lucy claps and Martin unfreezes.
show him what you're working with.
Lucy snaps his fingers and the lights change.
My brother, what ails you?
I haven't eaten in God knows how long.
Come down to see me at the church and I will do what I can.
Thank you, Martin.
Martin, my son hasn't come home. Have you seen him?
I have not. Is something bothering him?
He is sad all the time. He never smiles and is always lashing out at me.
I will scout the town to look for him. Perhaps I can talk to him and help ease his mind.
Please do. I know I can count on you, Martin.
Martin, my dog is sick. Can you look at him?
It seems like he's eating well. What are you feeding him?
What am I not feeding Rosa? She eats arroz, pollo, carne, frijoles, y jamón.
That is the problem. You must abstain from giving her food from your plate.
Excuse me?
A caring owner wants to give their pet the best, longest life possible. And that is you, isn't it?
But who can deny a face like this?
Martin, an epidemic threatens our town.
So many fall ill and no one will help us.
Then I will. Give me a list of what your people need and I will provide them.
But you could fall ill.
But I will do so helping all of you. If I die doing God's work, I can die a happy man.
Lights!
Lights shift back.
An epidemic raged on, and Martin risked his own safety to help others. I don't see him wearing a mask, though. Guess Martin is doing his own research into 5G and microchips in the bloodstream. But overall, he's building quite the resume. He's 24 years old now, in the prime years of his life. Some of you were in grad school at that age. How are those loans treating you? Do you regret them? Sorry, made a deal with the devil. Sally Mae's my sister. Thankfully, Martin here is debt-free, mostly because he can't own property or take out a loan, but that's a story for another time. Stupid racism. Martin is actually working pro bono. He's donated services to the Rosary for years in hopes that his faithful moment will come around.
Father returns. He is holding a tunic.
Martin, you are a man stained with impurity and righteous indignation. A man who many look down upon, but who always looks up to God. A man who has led with joy and peace, even when others spit at him. A man whose selfless deed saved a man's life. This is yours. Do you not want it?
Is this a joke?
Whatever do you mean?
You know I long for this moment, for this garment. And now you dangle it in front of me like a toy. Something meaningless you can give away without a second thought.
Martin, I am granting you membership in our rosary. That is what you desire, isn't it? You've earned it. Take it before I begin to doubt my better judgment.
He takes the tunic.
Father, this is too much.
Now, what is to come will be. I must warn you, the other members will not be as welcoming as I am. They will bully you, insult you, and curse me. But you must always be the bigger person.
I do that every day as the son of a former slave. They joke about my father abandoning me and my mother's appearance. Their insults are not new. My new brothers will treat me no differently than the world already does.
Whatever you say. I will leave you now to prime your brothers for your ascension. Peace and blessings be upon you.
Father exits. Martin puts the tunic on. Martin takes a moment to look at himself, feel the fabric on his skin. He talks to the audience once again.
I do not know how I did it. I simply wanted it to happen, and it did. There's so much about our world I don't understand. Why the universe exists. Why do bad things happen to good people? And why there are so many right-handed people. But when I pray, I have a level of clarity that no other earthly being has. And in that moment, I know God is real. Many of you would ask me, if God does exist, why does he allow us to suffer so? And the answer eludes me. My Heavenly Father has abandoned me at times, left me to suffer alone, no different than my earthly father. Why? Am I the problem? Is there something wrong with me? I am but an imperfect creature made in God's image, trying to live up to his ideals, his idea of what a God-fearing, God-loving servant is. And I fear I am letting my father down. Why am I not happy in this moment? It all feels too easy. A devil comes to me as if in a dream. A sickly man appears and is suddenly sick no more. And now I wear these robes that I longed for years. I did ask for a miracle, and God does work in mysterious ways. But do those people have to suffer for me to rise? My stomach churns. What are these nerves I feel? I've already faced all. This challenge is no different. Pray with me. Isaiah chapter 25, verse 3. Be strong. Do not fear. Your God will come. He will come with vengeance, with divine retribution. He will come to save you. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened and the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then will the lame leap like a deer and the mute tongue shout for joy. Water will gush forth in the wilderness and streams in the desert. The burning sand will become a pool, the thirsty ground, bubbling springs. In the haunts where jackals once lay, grass and reeds and papyrus will grow, and a highway will be there. It will be called the way of holiness. It will be for those who walk on that way. I hope to see you all on the way of holiness.
I heard he can heal people.
Heal their mental wounds.
And physical ones.
I heard he can free people.
Of their burdens.
Their grief.
Of their bondage.
Helps them see their potential.
And maximize it.
With just a touch.
A tap on the shoulder.
A kiss on the cheek.
One graze from his hand will have you feeling like a new man.
Raise your hand if you need that.
I know I do.
Me too.
Me three.
Then come join us.
The three actors start to put on their robes in front of us and transform the space.
We're on our way to see the man with a plan.
Not the man in the sky.
That man up high.
We mean the man down low.
Who is coming to grace real slow.
Act 1, Scene 2, The Rosary. We are formally introduced to the three members of the clergy, Lorencito, Rosado, and Mo. The room feels more like a frat house than a temple of God.
Sister Sandra did not.
Yes, she did. She looked at me with those puppy dog eyes like this and said, "Are you leaving already?" And I said, "Yeah, the Lord's waiting for me." And she said, "Well, I'm a daddy's girl, and Father God is busy at the moment. So come here, Daddy."
You liar.
She did, I promise you. And let me tell you, the body she's hiding underneath those robes.
Martine walks
Help's
in.
here. The help is here.
Oh, Marty doesn't mind. Hey, Marty, your mother ever give that look to her clients?
What look?
Ease up, Rosado. You know his mother isn't like that. She sneaks into her master's quarter at night like an honest woman.
Ooh. Didn't know slaves could be classy.
You take them out of the field and put them in the house. The darkies learn how to show a little appreciation, if you know what I mean.
They notice Martine's clothing.
Hey, have you gone off your rocker?
You know you're not allowed to wear that.
Did Father Lorenzana not tell you?
Tell us what?
I am one of you. Finally, Father bestowed this robe to me. So, hello, brothers.
Brothers?
Brother.
Hit your head, have you?
He been getting to you?
Or is it just that small brain of yours?
I speak true. I am one of you at long last.
You're kidding me.
Bull crap.
Father Lorenzana!
Come here.
It's urgent.
We're being attacked.
By a bad man!
Took our clothes.
Help!
Father Lorenzana rushes in.
Well, what is it?
Can you explain this?
Now, brothers, I expected this.
Damn right.
You mean to make a mockery of us?
Of this church?
This boy is a devout servant of Christ, and he has a gift of healing. I have seen his powers, and soon so will the world.
Oh, give me a break.
Not qualified for this.
Next thing you know, a woman will be doing our jobs.
I would like to see that.
Are you insane?
This is an executive club we're in.
And now wait a minute, okay? Let's be level-headed about this.
Here we go.
This freaking guy.
No, none of you were perfect candidates either.
Yeah? So?
What's your point?
Maybe we should give old Zambo a chance.
What?
How much have you had to drink?
Martin is not that bad. Yeah, sure. He smells funny and you can't see him in the dark, but he's no different than me or you.
Whoa. No different than me
What's
or you.
gotten into you?
Using that stuff or something?
Feel his head.
Lorencito does.
He's not hot.
I don't have a fever. Jesus.
Brothers, please let us pause
Don't
and
call me that. I'm not your brother.
There are laws against it.
What did Rome have to say about this?
I have consulted with our brothers in Rome, and they believe Martin can corral his kind to get them to be, act civilized. And what better place to do that than from the pulpit?
How about jail, where all his kind are?
Or the fields.
You can accept him, Father? Doesn't mean we have to.
I will not join the order without your blessing. I do not wish to cause further division.
Too late.
Can't exactly rescind your application.
My advice to you would be to stay away from us.
Worry about yourself.
We don't want you here.
The three men exit.
I told you it would be this way, Martin.
And I knew you were not misleading me.
You have always been a virtuous man, but you will need to be twice as virtuous to prove yourself to these men and to all of Lima. You are the first of your kind to wear these robes. You do not want to be the last. And get a haircut, for Christ's sakes. You need to keep up your appearances now. Can't have a man of God looking unkempt.
He exits. Martin is left alone looking at his reflection, at his hair.
Does it really look that bad? My hair is the hair of my people. Is not vanity a sin? When I wear it like this, it is with the pride of my ancestors, who would have loved to see a son of theirs rise to the pedestal of Christ.
Lucy appears.
Would they, though? Don't tell me you're one of those I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams people, because I met your ancestors and they had some wild dreams, let me tell you. I think your curly fur looks nice, by the way, if that matters.
How are you in here?
I won't burn at the sight of a cross or garlic. Movies are so sensational. I'm more scared of them. Those white men sure are scary, the way they turn on you so quickly. At least white women smile when they call 911 on you. These dudes look like they should be wearing white robes with a pointy hat.
Devil, leave me. I don't have time for this.
Ah, I hate that title. Please call me Lucy, short for Lucy Fur. Such an odd name. I didn't choose it. It was given to me by the big boss man. You know what it means in Latin? Nah, of course you don't. It means bringing light. And that's what I'm here to do, Martin. Bring you to the light.
How when you've fallen from grace?
Everyone wants to harp on the fact that I'm fallen and can't get up. Like, get over it. That was a million years ago. Yeah, I know I look good for my age. Some of you out there must think that this is weird, me talking to the audience during a scene. Not soliloquizing, like Martin here. Well, direct address is actually one of my strong suits. Like this strong suit I'm wearing. Get it? Did you really expect a spiritual being to respect the fourth wall? Child, please. Martin, is this who you want to spend your days with? Scary white men who aren't any better than the people in this audience?
Yes. Though their exteriors are confused, their inner compass is always pointed upwards.
Enough with the metaphors. We get it. You're smart. Let me be plain with you and the people out there. The church isn't made for people like you. That saying we're all created equal in God's eyes is a load of baloney. And not even Oscar Mayer baloney. We're talking generic store brand baloney, which let me tell you is bad. All you have ever wanted in your adult life was to be accepted by them, and you've gotten your wish. Now what? You say Hail Marys for the rest of your life?
Yes, I will serve until I die.
Until you die? Ah! Martin, you frustrate me. Okay, let me be blunt with you. You will die as just another Negro, another colored boy that they refer to by using that word with a hard R at the end of it. Think about the effect that one word has, Martin. Now think of the effect you can have with your words, your actions, your powers. You don't have to be just another black man for white people to discount. You can have a greater legacy than that.
Powers? I have no powers.
How do you think you heal that man who came to you? With leeches? No, Martin, that was plain old God-given talent. You've got a gift, Martin, and people in the future need to know about what you brought to the table.
I cannot control what people in the future will think of me, but people in the present will know my intentions are good.
But you could change things forever. Why play the game when you could lead the revolution? Think about it. Enslaved people feeling seen for the first time, feeling that one of their own is worthy of the pulpit, worthy of a blessing from God, worthy enough to be his son. They'll revolt. End slavery. No suffering, no hardship. You would change generations. Then you could branch off and lead your own faith with your own gods, your own saints. Rewrite the good book so that it's actually a good book. How does that sound?
I do not know. You make it seem so simple. There'll be many who doubt me, who will accuse me of following you.
True, but that's their problem. I'm not giving anyone healing hands. I tried that with Princess Diana and look what they did to her.
We would need an army. People will die. My people. People will try to sell me, use my power for their personal gain.
But your people would die fighting for justice. By any means necessary. You would be a Catholic Malcolm X.
Who?
You don't know who Malcolm X is? Oh, wait. Right, don't worry about it. He's just a dude who got stabbed in the back by his own people. Or shot in the front, really. By the way, you should really get a dark Caesar. Would look good on you. It's a kind of haircut that your people have. It's named after Caesar, a Roman dude they named a salad after, who was actually stabbed in the back. I'm sensing a theme here.
And Lucy is gone.
Gone again. Without a trace. And without any hint to what a Caesar salad is. He says I could be a credit to my race. What does that even mean? A credit to something that God did not make up. Why must I fight for something that is not real? Why should I fight for my people? Does anyone out there have an answer for me? Thank you all for your truth. It has helped me make a choice. I will now venture to a place where I know my people gather. Perhaps their guidance will help calm the storm brewing in my mind.
Martine walks. We hear a cajon that starts to set a rhythm. As Martine walks, a circle forms around him. The rhythm picks up. A competitive dance circle with Martin stuck in the middle. Two performers dance off around Martine. He tries to play nice and get out of the way, but is stuck between them. This ritual morphs into a celebration of festijo dance. The music of Susanna Baca plays. The cast dances with high energy as Martine is swept up into it. As the energy reaches its peak, 3 chairs emerge. Act 2, Scene 1. We hear Aaron, Albert, and Alejandro, abuzz with energy.
Ooh, my ass is getting too old to move like that.
'Cause you eating all that African food. Got you out there with 2 left feet.
What you mean? That food slaps. You know damn well that they got the best spices that come from Ghana.
Ghana, this boy crazy.
Nah, I'm telling you, that perquese is where it's at.
You ain't gonna have me sitting on a bucket, booty hole all wet.
Hey, yo.
Don't act like you ain't never got that mud butt.
All I'm saying is y'all need to stop hating on the motherland. These white folk got y'all brainwashed.
They ain't got me no kind of way. Y'all ever tried the cooking? Fish straight out of the ocean. No salt, no pepper, no nothing.
All that money, all those ships, and they still ain't figured out how to season their food.
I don't think they'll learn anytime soon. They'll just steal our food, repackage it, and sell it for 20 pesos.
How you gonna be a supremacist when you ain't got no culture of your own?
Word.
Preach, brother. Which is why I'm telling you, Ghana is where it's at.
Martine walks in the shop, wearing his tunic.
Hey, Martin!
Long time no see.
Damn, you got a rug on your head.
And looking like some sheep's wool.
And what's up with that satchel you wearing?
Boy looking like he's trying to escape to freedom in a bag of rice.
These are the robes of the Holy Order.
Boy, you stealing robes from the rosary now?
Martin done got all gangster on us.
Martin, you about to get struck by lightning.
Yeah, you better get out of here before I get struck down by association.
I did not steal anything. These robes were given to me by Father Lorenzana. I am a full-fledged member of the Basilica y Monasterio de Santo Domingo.
What?
Let me find out. You win with the whites now.
Have to start calling you boss man.
I mean, I got some sins I need to repent. Can you help a brother out?
Ah, don't look so sad. We're just playing with you, Martin.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
Only thing is, you'll never know the taste of poontang now.
He was never going to with a face like that.
Hey, why you checking him out?
What you mean?
We all know you like 'em tall, really dark, and handsome.
Man, whatever.
Anna enters.
Which has got you all so excited?
Hola, señora.
You look beautiful today.
You. Though it's my son who's truly beautiful. Look at you. Ah, muy guapo. Amigo, dame un abrazo.
Anna and Martine hug, and she gives him a loving kiss on the cheek.
I'm so proud of you. I know your father would be too.
Would he?
Of course.
How can you be so sure?
I know him. I knew him. I know his heart is pure.
Do you?
What's wrong? You never question me.
Have you heard from him?
No. But now is not the time for this. We must celebrate. Alejandro, pour some rum.
5 glasses of rum. Coming right up.
He takes the bottle of rum that doubles as disinfectant off the shelf.
Boy, don't nobody want to drink that lighter fluid.
I will not be drinking.
Why not? Don't y'all be drinking the blood of Christ all day, every day?
What about it?
It's red wine, fool.
For real? No wonder those priests be loud as hell all the time.
Maybe turn up.
Well, my Martin is a holy man. We will celebrate another way.
Are you all right, Mother? I sense a heaviness in you.
The world is such a frightful place. Who doesn't feel a sense of heaviness right now?
Word.
It is real out here.
Even SantaCon is back.
But you let your hair grow so long. I've never seen it this way.
Does it not suit me?
I think you look as beautiful as ever.
I would love if you sit and let me cut it.
You no longer need to cut hair. You're a man of God.
Which is why I can't have you walking around looking like this. Sit. Please.
Anna sits down. Martine puts a cloth over her.
It seems I'm not the only one with a lot on my mind. I can feel your thoughts swirling around your head.
Mother, I've been struggling with something that prayer can't answer, but I think you can.
Okay.
The men in town, they question how someone like me can believe.
Believe in what?
God, the church,
And why is that?
because of who I am, who we are.
And who? And what are we?
Negro, stained, impure, unholy.
Well, you're not just black. You're also white.
Mother, you can't be that naive.
It is your truth. The world may only see your exterior, but you are showing them how good you are inside.
And they still only see us on the surface. The Bible says, there is not a righteous man on earth who continually does good and who never sins. I do not believe the world is full of sinners, but their actions tell me otherwise.
Yes, but everyone has sin inside of them. No one is wholly pure. Your history, my history, is full of sin. Your father's men did unspeakable things to my sister, to my mother, and left them. Sailed back to Spain on their boats, never to deal with the children they left behind. But your father was different. He loved me, came back for me and raised you, wanted you to have status, teach you things that some white men don't even know. And you could have been anything you wanted, but you chose to follow God.
I did not choose, I was chosen.
Then that is the path you must accept. My mother taught me that whatever path you take in this world will be hard, but you must not complain.
Some people have begun to call me a Black Jesus. I cannot live up to that title.
No, but Jesus was not praised until after his death. I know you will be too, my son.
I wish I had your faith.
You have more than that. You have my strength, my will, and most of all, my love. You have much to be proud of, my son.
Lucy enters the barber shop.
Hey, my man, you lost?
Yeah, we don't cut your kind of hair around here.
Super Cortes is around the block.
No, I was just looking for someone, and I've finally found him. Hola, senorita. I'm a friend of your son. Acquaintance, really, for now. Is this seat taken?
Customers only.
Rude. Fine, I'll stand. Supposed to help you burn more calories anyways. I'm Lucy, from the land down under.
I knew it.
Australians be goofy as hell.
Where's Steve Irwin looking ass?
And how do you know my son?
Oh, we met because my former boss is a big fan of his, gave your son a fancy new promotion and everything. Did he tell you about it?
Your boss was Father Lorenzana.
Oh, no. Much higher up than that. Way higher up. Like, literally higher in the sky. I'm just a disgruntled former employee trying to poach a client from him.
So you're a thief?
Yes. And a liar. And a crook. And an adulterer, murderer, philanderer, all the ers. That's me.
Appreciate the honesty.
My pleasure. So I'm pressed for time, so I was just hoping to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
You ain't Gayle King?
No, but I wouldn't mind laying down with Oprah. So, Black Mary, how'd you and the big guy meet? What was it like laying down with him? Is it as big as I think?
Hey, my dude, watch your mouth.
We don't talk to women like that around here.
Yeah, we don't play that shit.
Oh, you don't? All that locker room talk you do all day, but it's not okay for me to ask her about her sex life?
Hell no.
Hell nah. Love it. Love that you used hell to emphasize a point. Well, let me raise hell in here. You three pride yourselves on how tough and cool you are, but did you keep the same energy for the slave masters that imprisoned you for years, beat you with whips, and emasculated you in front of your family?
The three men go to give Lucy a proper beatdown. Lucy waves a hand, and the three men fall to their knees, struggling to breathe.
Stop! 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 Stop it!
I was just trying to have some fun. Fine.
Lucy releases his hold on the men.
Thank you, madam, for keeping their dirty hands off my suit. Martin, I gotta say I'm surprised. I thought you might want to get your hands dirty, but you really are a goody two-shoes. You stayed in the corner and cowered like a good little boy. I'll be going now. Just wanted to stop by, say hello. I'll be seeing both of you very soon. As for you three, see you in hell.
Lucy exits.
Hijo de puta.
Puta
Cabrón.
madre.
Are you all okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you for defending my honor.
de nada.
And I, how did he do it?
I don't know.
He probably inhaled his stank-ass breath.
Word. Breath smelling like hot ass.
They ain't got toothpaste in Australia?
He's from a different land down under.
Antarctica?
Oh, that would explain the wool suit he has on.
Your hair looks beautiful, by the way, senora.
Not that it wasn't beautiful before.
I did not even notice.
Anna looks at her reflection.
So beautiful. You have a gift.
So I'm told.
I must go. My master is waiting. Maybe later I can come and see you at the rosary.
Master, how do you so willingly live in bondage?
Because I know my son lives free.
Do I? Seems you do not know me as well as you think you do.
Perhaps not. Perhaps I don't. But that means I just have to come by more often and see you. Until next time, my son. I must go. Goodbye, boys.
Bye, Miss Velasquez.
Velasquez.
The men watch her exit.
She is fun.
Seriously, your dad had that? And he still ain't come back?
I ain't never been to Spain, but are they all that sexy?
Did you see what their queen looks like? Not exactly easy on the eyes. Maybe his dad just ain't right in the head.
Well, that would explain a lot, actually.
Coming here, spreading his seed and then peacing out? Who knows how many brothers and sisters Martin has around the world?
That white boy is lucky she's a lover and not a fighter.
Word, I was about to put paws on old boy.
Man, you weren't gonna do nothing. Just stand in the back and yell, "World Star!" the whole time.
Whatever.
Alright, that's enough. We do got a priest in here.
Alright. So, Marty, did you come here just to chill, or are you gonna get one of those weird bowl cuts?
I have a great ceramic bowl that would fit your head perfectly.
That would be great. Thank you.
We were joking. But, alright.
They go to get the bowl and put it on Martine's head. It looks as ridiculous as it sounds.
Brothers, what is it you pray for?
Gosh, Martin, have you ever heard of small talk?
How's the weather?
Wow, those Yankees, huh?
No.
I guess I pray for good health.
For my family to be safe.
To hit the jackpot so I don't have to cut hair anymore.
And why do you believe?
Because it was taught to me.
Yes, but you are an adult now. Surely you can make up your own mind about it.
I don't know. I mean, I like the church and the people.
The food, especially.
Oh, yeah. That mac and cheese? What?
The community is cool.
But I don't know. Do you, Martin?
The question lingers in the air.
Do you?
Hello?
Earth to Martin.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. I don't know.
Aren't you a priest?
Martin, please!
Help!
Heal us!
We need you, Martin.
What are those people hollering for?
I'm in pain!
I need relief.
My soul is heavy.
You owe someone some money or something?
I owe them my attention.
The church got a line like that?
Looking like Times Square on New Year's Eve.
They seek salvation. Word has spread that I can heal their wounds.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, 'cause I was the one that told y'all.
Bert told us you used leeches on him? That you were out in the streets all bloody?
Looking crazy.
Real crazy.
But it worked.
Yes, but I do not know how it did.
But it did, and I'm thankful for it.
And now God's children come from far and wide to see if I can heal them too.
Damn, Albert, you can't keep a secret?
Yeah, snitching like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But see for yourself. Is something ailing you, Dro?
My neck it's been killing me.
Been meaning to ask you about your posture.
Hunchback of Notre Dame over here.
Here.
Martine places a hand on Alejandro's neck, and it straightens.
I can't believe this. Look.
Do me. My hands are killing me.
Martine holds Aaron's hand. He is healed.
Holy smokes.
Think you could heal me one more time?
Is something else still bothering you?
Yeah, something down there, if you know what I mean.
Told you not to mess with that nurse?
You over here with a VD.
You are on your own with that one. I must go now and tend to my followers. Good day to you, my brothers.
Oh, so you're just gonna leave me hanging?
Don't know how long it's gonna be hanging at this rate.
Gonna fall off any minute.
Martine
This
goes to
one-
pay.
This one's on me. God will pay me back someday.
He already has, in ways you can't fathom. Thank you, brothers.
Martine exits.
So that was something.
You mean Martin or you having a VD?
I don't have a VD.
Sir.
The men remove the chairs. Act 2, Scene 2. The actors come at Martine from each side and trap him. They grab him and start a chaotic dance that looks like a contact improv set to trap music. Martine almost escapes when they all freeze. We see Anna unfolding some parchment paper. She dips her quill in some ink and writes a lengthy letter. A plea. A sickly man lies in bed on the other end of the stage.
Sir, a letter has arrived for you.
Read it to me. My eyesight wanes.
Servant carefully unfolds the letter. Anna narrates the letter.
Love. Oh, how I miss you. Please send our Juana my love. I cannot imagine how she's grown in our time apart. I just long for the day you both return to me. Tell Juana to write me a letter. You must commission a painting of her so I know what my daughter looks like. I bet she has your eyes. I'm writing not for our usual pleasantries, but with a request. Our son has grown doubtful of his faith. He questions why he believes, and your absence only magnifies his doubt. If you could reach out to him by letter, it would make a world of difference. He holds such a resentment for you as if he were 8 years old. I tell him that you were the one that freed me from my bondage, that you were the one who educated him, that taught him Spanish. But without you here, he cannot see all you've blessed us with. Return to me, return to us, and bring our son closer to God. Love always, to Reina.
Write down what I tell you.
Servant grabs a parchment and a quill and begins to dictate. Anna listens to Juan across space and time.
Mi amor, te extraño. Juana se parece a ti, tan hermosa como siempre. Mi hijo siempre fue un pensador, pero su corazón está en el lugar correcto. Se supone que un joven debe luchar con su identidad. Regresaré tan pronto como pueda. Mi hijo y yo necesitamos tener un corazón a corazón. I write in Spanish because I need you to keep practicing. I know it is hard without me there to tease you and hold you accountable, but I can't wait to teach you the vosotros form. It is the overlooked child of the Spanish language, much like Martín. Con amor, Juan. Send that letter and get ready to return to Peru at once.
Very well, sir.
The servant grabs an African drum and beats it 1 time. Martín unfreezes and exits. Then the servant starts to make a beat. The chorus members unfreeze and start dancing in the middle of the stage. The dancing comes in waves, like the ocean, like a voyage across it. Anna and Juan stay connected from across the stage and gradually and slowly come closer to each other. When they are reunited, the cast takes their seats in the audience. They embrace for a long, long time.
Can we stay like this forever?
If I had my wish, we would.
You have gotten old. The salt and pepper of your beard looks good.
Salt and pepper makes everything better. You taught me that.
I made your favorite ceviche.
Of course you did. What have I done to deserve you?
Not enough. I spoil you.
Is that so? How about this?
Juan pulls out a necklace.
Let me put it on you. Perfecta.
You should have.
No, no cost. It's too much for you.
I'm the mother of a holy man. I can't wear this. It sends the wrong message.
Oh, God will forgive you, I am sure. Anna, there is a reason I give this necklace to you.
Because I'm the most beautiful woman you've ever laid your eyes on?
Of course. But with each day, my heart beats slows. Each moment may be my last. I come back to you now to say goodbye and to leave you with this necklace so you always remember me.
No, this cannot be true. Have you spoken to a different doctor? There must be something we can do.
I have, and I have made my peace with God. You must as well.
The dream of you returning to me kept a smile on my face. Give me a reason to hope, and now you return just to break my heart again?
I come so that we may live together as long as God may allow. and so that I can right the wrongs I have afflicted on our son.
There is much you do not know about him. He has grown so much in your absence and changed. Come so close, come so close to God. So close, in fact, that I believe he can heal your ailing heart.
How do you mean?
Go to him. You will see what I mean.
I will, but first, let us dance once again in the sheets of our bed one last time.
Juan kisses Anna.
I'm serious.
As am I. I know our son. He's just like me, stubborn, ambitious. If there is anyone who will find a way to fix me, it is him.
You, you give yourself too much credit.
You know how we Spaniards are. We are cocky, confident. We have to be dealing with mujeres duras like you.
You think I'm tough.
Yes. Let me soften you up a bit.
Act 2, Scene 3. The Rosary. Martine slumps over.
Martin, why are all these people outside?
Me.
Uh, what do you mean? What have you done?
They have come to see me, to be healed.
Healed? In what way?
By me, Father, by me. Remember that day long ago when you granted me these robes?
Like it were yesterday.
That man I saved. It was not with leeches, but with my hands, these same ordinary hands. I watched the sickness leave his body, and I have healed countless since. I am blessed with the power I did not ask for that God has bestowed upon me.
So it is true. I had heard the rumors, but didn't want to believe it myself. Then what are you doing? Get up and get to it.
I cannot. Each time I help someone else, I lose a part of myself. I take their pain away only to increase my own.
The Lord has blessed you with a gift many would die for. He has chosen you, Martin. And now you sit around squandering it. You begged me to bless you with those robes, and they imbue you with a moral responsibility. Jesus did not protect himself. He gave his mortal life for us. If that is what the world asks of you, you must do the same.
Do I? Must I? What if I say no?
No, I don't want to hear it. I will open the door and you will get to work.
Martine walks out into the audience. He goes to every audience member that is open and willing to the experience. Eventually, Martine is exhausted.
That is all for today. Please return tomorrow.
You did well today, Martin. It was a proper send-off to the church.
What do you mean?
We are in trouble. Trouble your powers cannot get us out of.
What kind of trouble?
The church has fallen into debt, a debt that is too much to overcome. We must close down.
But why? Is there no other option? Can we not borrow money from the bank, ask for a loan from a wealthy member of the congregation?
I have gone through every scenario and it is impossible. Our debt is too large even to bribe the bankers with free absolutions. And it's all my fault. I've mismanaged the church's finances for far too long. There's no one to blame but myself.
There is no church without you. You are the foundation of the faith of this city. This is but another test laid out before us by God, and I know he will provide the means for us to conquer it.
Some tests are meant to be failed, Martin. They are meant to redirect us towards a more sensible goal. I appreciate your faith in me, but I believe the Lord is giving us permission to move on, to spread his gospel in a different way.
I refuse to accept that. You once spoke in absolutes and ultimatums to me about how I'd never wear these robes, and I proved you wrong. And I will do it once again. There is a commodity that I have that is invaluable.
You? What object could you possibly have?
It is not a physical possession, but a body.
A body? Do you mean to exhume a royal for their jewels? Martin, that is a sin.
I do not mean to dig up royalty. I mean myself. Quantify me, then sell me.
Do not speak that way, Martin. You are a man of God. Slavery is in your past now.
It is always with me. My brothers and sisters are still in bondage, but perhaps if people see me, a man of God, in those same chains, they may question their ways.
No, Martin, they won't. We tell ourselves that people will come to the light, but rarely, if ever, do they. This church has done nothing for you. They forced religion on your people, enslaved them. Why do you still believe so strongly? God may strike me down for speaking this way, but it puzzles me.
There are things in this world that we can't explain. Believing gives me a sense of control in a world of chaos. God accepts me, even if no one else does. You accept me, for you are a man of God. Presently, the devil haunts me and tries to lure me from my path, but I know if I keep going, I will be okay. So put me on the auction block and take the money. It is not a sin in the eyes of God.
Our pleasure.
Father looks at him and walks away. Members of the cast come out and strip Martin of his clothes. They put him in chains. They bring out a stool or a platform, and Martin stands on it. Act 3, Scene 3. House lights rise. The audience becomes the bidders. Lucy puts on an Abe Lincoln-like top hat in the front of us and becomes the auctioneer.
We are gathered here today to bid on a fine piece of stock. Martin here is a skilled barber, weaver, cleaner, and blacksmith. He comes from mixed blood, so he's perfect for work around the house. He's spent time working in the rosary, so he's a holy, God-fearing man. He is prime for child pumping and would make a great companion to your Negra slaves. The bidding starts at 100 pesos. We'll reduce the bidding to 75 pesos. Anyone? Look at those muscles. He might be a house Negro, but I bet he's good in the fields, too. 75 pesos. 75. Any takers? How about 50? 50 pesos. Well, he can read, too. Hard to find a Negro that can do that. Could teach your children. Teach you, even. Martin here speaks multiple languages. Show him, Martin.
¿Qué quieres que te diga?
¿Qué quieres? Means what do you want? You see how obedient he is? Quite a bargain at 50 pesos. 25 pesos. Anyone for 25 pesos. All proceeds go to saving the rosary. The Rosary House of God. Shame on you all. Do you not value God? Get down. Can't even give a black man away for free these days.
Martin gets down and the auctioneer drags him off stage. Act 4, Scene 1.
What now?
No bids on Martin.
Means no money for the church.
Guess its doors will close.
And people will have no place to gather.
To pray. To give thanks.
But did you all hear?
Martin is magical.
He has powers.
Like what, you may ask?
Water into wine?
Parting the Red Sea.
No. The chickens, when he pass, beg him to stroke them.
When he passes, the mice stop nibbling on their food.
One dog came, sick and in need of help, and Martin healed him. And now dogs come all over looking for him.
Martin enters.
Indeed.
How did you do that?
Was it your magic?
Jesus, this is some sick joke you're pulling. Come to us in the form of someone coming to us in the form of someone his complexion.
Jesus was my complexion.
Jesus, you're funny.
Does this mean the rapture is coming?
I'm so sorry for stealing Miss Rodriguez's cake when I was 19. It just looked so good. It was tres leches.
I assure you, I am not the son of God, but simply one of his sons, just like you.
Right.
Say, do you still hold a grudge against Judas?
For selling you out and all?
Martine exits.
Only you could force Jesus not to turn out the other cheek.
Yo, our Messiah is back. Isn't that crazy?
I guess.
How are you so chill right now?
I just thought he'd be more, I don't know,
What?
charismatic, inspiring, like Obama.
Who needs charisma when you have powers? I'll see you later. I have some repenting to do.
Me too.
Me three.
We'll pray for y'all.
We'll pray for y'all.
Pray for y'all.
They remove everything on stage except for 2 seats that are set up back to back. This is our confessional booth. Act 4, Scene 2. Martine sits in one of the seats and waits. Juan de Porres walks in and sits behind him.
Good evening, my son. I feel a heaviness on your spirit. Is there something that troubles you?
Father, I have much to repent, and I do not quite know where to begin.
Start at the beginning. I can tell from your voice you are not of this land. How did you come to speak to me this evening?
I first came to this land many years ago to civilize this land's people, but I met a woman whom I fell in love with, and who claimed to love me too. So we made love. I know now that I took advantage of my status over her. You see, is primitive. When she became pregnant, I stayed and was a father to my son born of sin.
Do you seek absolution for this sin?
No, for a far greater one. I gave my son the good book to study before I departed, and he fell in love with the church. He worked to become closer to God, so close that the people now call him prophet, saint of the broom, Martin of charity. The child I bore out of sin has ascended to the seat of Christ.
Martine comes across the barrier and looks at the man, sees his father's familiar face.
Come, let me embrace you.
Martine goes to hug the man.
I am sick, Martin. My days are not long for this world. But your mother told me of a man who could heal all wounds. A black Jesus, they are calling him. I did not want to believe her, but I had nothing to lose. And I saw you, the black Jesus. I saw you heal a man, and I couldn't believe it. I helped create the new Son of God. This lowly, sickly man before you had a hand in your ascendance. And perhaps you can return the favor. Heal me, Martin. Let me continue to enjoy life so I can see you grow old and change the world.
You have not seen me since my youth. You have not seen me struggle, seen my mother continue to slave.
I could not bring your mother back with me. It is frowned upon in Spain.
Why do you care what others think? You did not care when you entered her body.
I did care about her, about you. I brought your sister with me, for she is lighter of skin. But everything I have, everything I built was at stake. My status, my way of life. I could not give that up.
Well, I am not legally your son, right? You were not present at my baptism. For my certificate reads, son of an unknown father. The only father I answer to is above.
You would not know God if it weren't for me. Where is my thanks?
True, you put the Bible in my hands, and for that I thank you. But I do not owe you anything. My debt has been repaid listening to you grieve for the life you abandoned.
Martin, what kind of man of God are you to turn a sickly man away?
A wise one who knows a devil when he sees one.
Do you want me to get on my knees and beg, grovel and worship at your feet like so many others?
I want you to leave my sight. I do not wish to see your face again or hear your voice. I wish I could take the parts of you out of me, out of my blood. Your presence in my life has been a burden. I'm never fully black nor white. And now I'm the magic Negro. For my latest magic trick, I will rebuke you. Goodbye, sir. Have a nice trip home.
Juan turns and goes to walk away, but grips his chest. He falls to his knees and tries to move, but can't. He can't get up.
Oops. Did I do that?
Martin doesn't move, just watches him. Anna enters and sees Juan.
Juan, Juan, don't just stand there. Help him. Touch him, heal him, please. He's your father.
Martin kneels before his father and takes the sickness out of his body.
Thank you, son.
I wanted you to feel as I have felt. There's a gap in my heart where you once were.
No, Martin. Come to me. Come. It is okay to feel hurt. But you cannot hold on to that pain. You must let it go. We all crave a father's love. But there is so much you don't understand.
Then explain it to me. I am no longer a boy.
Where do I begin?
To the moment you left, when I was 8 years old.
Lucy freezes the action.
You sure you want to do this, Martin? Some questions don't need answering.
I have such a weight on my back. I need to let it go.
Oh, yeah. That won't go away. That generational trauma is here to stay.
Lucy, can I ask you a question?
Sure. No one asks me questions. They generally just yell mean things at me.
When you fell from heaven, was it by choice?
Oh, definitely. I know you haven't met him, but God is a lot. Always bossing us around, judging us. All I wanted to do was to give people the benefit of the doubt. You kill someone by accident? No biggie. You tell a little white lie so you don't hurt someone's feelings? Okay, but no. God said there were no exceptions to his rules. I ask him, how can you let your people suffer? Brown people, in chains, women, raped. Want to know his answer? I gave them free will. I cannot control all they do. What a load of shit.
He gave us a paradise and we ruined it.
Earth or Eden? Because I've seen the future and Mother Nature is not too happy with mankind, let me tell you. Now, Eden? I'll be honest, that was me as the snake telling Eve to bite the apple. God could have stopped her, but no, he wanted to make a point. And he pulls out all the stops when he wants to make a point. He let his own son die for the sins of these misfits. And now he's blessed you with powers not seen since his son. And he's letting you get sucked dry by these traumatized followers. Just look at how Jesus ended up. His dead body encrusted with diamonds on the necks of rappers. Who wants everyone to know how they looked when they died? Jesus was a handsome dude, if I say so myself. We had a thing. It's complicated. Do you want to go back, Martin, to reconcile with your pops, find out answers to your questions?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
Lucy dismisses the actors playing Anna and Juan.
So what now? We've spent this entire play watching you grapple with morality, good, bad, dark light. What's it gonna be? These people paid good money for some entertainment. Some enlightenment. So enlighten us, O prophet.
Lucy takes a bite from an apple.
What is it with me and apples? You can't bite one around me without something going wrong. I swear I didn't do anything. Gotta take your complaints up to HR, if you know what I mean.
Is this my punishment? God, have you afflicted me? Brought me to my knees to remember you.
Heal yourself, dummy. Use the magic hands.
I can heal others, but I know not how to heal myself. My entire body shakes and seems to burn from the inside.
Close your eyes. Take a nap. That always does a trick for me.
The sky opens, Tony Kushner style. No angel descends, though. It's God pulling a Mufasa and speaking to his son.
Arise, my son.
I know that voice. Gotta go.
Stay.
No need to yell. Christ, how you been, old buddy?
Is this a dream?
It is not a dream, Martine. It is me, your father. I came for you, as I promised I would.
But my work is just beginning. There is so much left for me to do.
I sent one son to Earth, and he became a symbol. For sometimes we are stronger in death than in life.
Wow, we actually agree on something for once.
Is that not what you seek, my son? To become a symbol?
No, I wanted to help, to heal the sick, uplift the poor, as you directed me to do.
I did not direct you. I gave you a gift. What you did with it was up to you.
But why waste your gifts on the unworthy? Why make a small difference when so many suffer?
But you are but one man, Martine. Only I have the power to change the world.
Then why don't you? Why let people suffer?
People do not appreciate good without bad. The love without the hate. Suffering reminds us to appreciate what we have, that all good things must end.
But why? You could make us eternal, make all disease vanish, create clean water and shelter, plant seeds, make a new paradise.
I created man on the 6th day, and in 6 millennia you will still be imperfect creatures. You were created in my image, and I am imperfect. Nothing is ever truly perfect.
Then work harder, try harder. People are dying, and still they love you. In their final moments, they smile because they know heaven awaits. How do you love them in life? So many believers are bereft of love for their fellow man because of their skin, their politics, their standing in the world. Why create a system built on the backs of the poor, sick, and hungry? Why not make us all truly equal in your eyes?
Thunder roars.
Ah, shit.
Do not question me, Martine.
Why not?
For I am all-knowing. There are things I can see that you can't. By design.
I am tired of people telling me that there is so much I don't understand. Tell me, just tell me, show me.
Louder thunder.
This universe is divinely ordered. Love and hate, life and death, God and man. I hold the power. I design the rules. I built the game. The Big Bang, me. The dance of the stars, me. Each breath you take, every move you make is because of me.
Was that a Sting lyric?
But you can change the rules of the game while we're playing it. No more death, no more hate.
Silence!
Or what? You'll kill me? Then my spirit will live forever. People will know my name, what I did to help, unlike you.
The sky darkens and Martine drops to the floor.
What you did to help? Need I remind you who divinely ordered your life? Placing you in Lima at this time, at this moment, allowing Lucifer to return to test your faith.
That was you? I was wondering why my Earth Pass worked all of a sudden.
Bringing your father back to you. Freeing your mother from bondage. Changing laws on your behalf. So much was done by me. And now your story comes to an end. See you soon, my son.
The stage darkens and Martine is all alone. No one comes. He's alone for a long time. Alone, alone, alone. The stage is quiet for so long that some audience members might think the show is over. They might clap. Some might get up and leave, check their phones. Eventually, Lucy's voice pokes through. His voice is coming over the God mic.
You're not dead yet, Martin. Stop being so dramatic. Taking pregnant pause to a whole new level. I get it. It sucks to have two dads turn their back on you. Look at that. Martin with two dads before it was cool and progressive. Who would have thought that our star saint would be down for the count? Oh, wait. You're not a saint yet. And even when you become a saint, the Vatican spells your name wrong. Your name! After 400 years of waiting, they can't even use spell check. You see, during the height of the civil rights movement, the church feels pressure to promote a black face. Sounds like what a lot of institutions did right after George Floyd died. They don't really care about black life and black stories. They care about optics. And you, Martin, were the chosen one. But I hate to break it to you, but in the future, no one knows your name. No one celebrates you. It's a shame. You were touched. You made God come back, and we've been waiting on him forever. Not the most punctual person, I tell you. Talk about colored people time. Oops. Is that not PC? Don't worry. My soul is black. So, question for you all out there. Why do you believe? Hello? Anyone out there? I feel like I'm at a 2 p.m. matinee at MTC. All those hearing aids in here.
I will take it from here.
Jesus! Not Jesus, God, whatever. You scared me. Fine, I always have the last word.
Once again, why do you believe?
Someone will respond. Let everyone get their 2 cents in.
Can I jump back in, or are you still hogging the God mic? Get it? God mic? Because you're God. Yeah, okay, uptight, are we? 2,000 years without a day off will do that to you. Well, that brings me back to the star of the evening. Martin, why do you believe?
I don't know.
You do, my son.
Anna enters.
We've taught you better than that.
We've?
Juan enters.
The last time I saw you two together.
You were just a boy, a sweet, ambitious, naive boy. You still are.
Am I dreaming this?
Yes, Martin, you are. I do not come back for you. Your mother does not outlive you. You die at peace and celebrated throughout the world.
Your body is put on display and people come from all over to pay their respects. They snip tiny pieces of your robe to remember you.
They plead to the church to publicly declare that you have entered heaven and can be properly honored by all church-going people.
And 200 years later, the church listens.
125 years after that, you are finally made a saint. The first black saint of the Americas.
Saint?
Yes, the patron saint of mixed-raced people.
Of innkeepers, barbers, and public health workers.
The patron saint of social justice.
And racial harmony.
The apostle of charity.
Father of the sick and the poor.
Wonder worker of Peru.
And helper in hopeless cases.
You have made us so proud.
You have won, Martin. Everything you hoped to do, everything you hoped to leave behind, you have done.
Why do I feel so unsatisfied?
Because the work continues.
And it is up to us to do it.
To live up to your ideal.
and leave this world a better place than when we found it.
Do you succeed?
No.
I have a lot to do with that.
But we try. We really try.
Let us all turn to James chapter 1, verse 2.
The actors restore the coffin to the stage. Martine's body is placed by the ensemble back in the coffin.
Consider it all joy.
My brethren,
when you encounter various trials,
knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance,
And let endurance have its perfect result,
so that you may be perfect and complete.
Lacking in nothing.
Martine fades away. The stage has reverted back to how it was at the beginning of the play.
And here we are, right where we began. You've seen my son endure and endure and continue and suffer and continue. I heard why some of you believe, but we hold space for those who think differently than we do. Any non-believers here? Yes, you out there. Why do you not believe?
Is there ever a right answer to this question?
I don't think so.
well, it's a personal one. So no.
I don't believe in God, but I believe in a higher power.
Some of the worst people I know are religious.
Sounds like a great conversation to continue after the show. Please feel free to stay here and debate, to think deeply about your faith, about what you want to let go, and what feeds you in a positive way. And maybe when you find inner peace, God will answer you. And if He doesn't, know that there is someone here on this planet that loves you deeply.
The actors exit. The audience sits alone with their thoughts. They should be confused by this point because this play has more curveballs than a major league pitcher. Some people will start to clap. Martine rises one last time. He bows, and then the actors return and bow together. End of play. Folks, let's give a big round of applause for our performers this evening. Thank you, everyone. And a big thank you to you, our audience, for tuning in for Reynaldo Piniella's Son of an Unknown Father. If you'd like to stick around for a bit of post-show discussion, Reynaldo and Ria will take comments in the chat box. Ria, I will turn it over to you.
If you gotta, you've all handled it beautifully this evening. Thank you once again to all of you who brought this story to life. It was a true pleasure to witness, and I appreciate everything all of you brought to the table. And thank you, everyone who tuned in, and all of you who stayed all the way through. That's always a very special thing, especially in this format. So thank you so much. If Ray, is there anything you would like to say as YouTube catches up with what's happening in real time for us in this box?
Sure. So, part of my inspiration for writing the play was a lot of self-reflection and self-discovery of my own. I'm a guy who is Black, Puerto Rican, and Cuban, and I've always lived an existence that was bifurcated. I never got to be fully Black or fully Latino. So as I become a writer, I'm really interested in stories that reflect both sides of who I am as a person. And when I discovered this incredible man, Martin, it made me question why I believe, the role of faith in my family, the things I was holding on to, the things I wanted to let go, the things I wanted to even deepen in my lives, the good things. So I just wanted to thank you all for creating a space where I can start to explore this even deeper, because there's some really large questions in the play. And, I'm excited for one day in the future, being in an actual theater with people and actually having that talk back, because in some ways that conversation is just as important as what we see in the play. You know, I imagine a world where those conversations are actually longer than the play itself, because I do think people are longing for that connection, that place where they can feel heard and feel seen. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, where I'm heading in the future with the play.
And if anyone who was a part of the process wants to piggyback or jump in, reflecting off of that, you're absolutely welcome to do so. It's a lot of clap hands, lots of clap hands, and lots of exclamation points, y'all. More clap hands. Exactly.
Great.
Someone have something? Wow. I think we're all just still in the spirit of it all, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just a lot of applause. Not too many questions. Not a question yet. So.
Okay. Can I maybe pose a question to our cast and maybe the folks in the chat box as well?
You bet.
Yeah. So, you know, Martin's life is so full and there's so much that we could explore. So are there aspects of this play, maybe of the world of the play, that you wanted to see more of? Something that you're like, I love this, but I wish there was more, or, you know, anything just that you really resonated with?
I would love to see more with Anna and Martin. I think I want to see more of that relationship, to see, because obviously Anna gives Martin the ability to explore his faith, teaches him how to be a religious man. Like, that comes from her, but I'm not quite sure if I get that yet from the play. I see the seeds of that, and so I would love to see more of that.
I'm excited for the opportunity when this world gets to become physicalized, because I can't tell yet if I want more of the like transitory group movement, everyone doing the thing, or if there's like enough of it in there and it just needs to like come to life. I don't know yet, but I'm really excited for that stage of this play. It still just claps.
Love that.
I think that's okay, though. We don't have to seek. Oh, we got something. Someone has said, I think it would be good to have some resolution at the end between him and his father.
Hmm. Hmm.
So.
Do we ever?
Clarity. Yes, 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 father.
Do we ever? I mean, no, yeah, whoever wrote that, thank you for asking that. Yeah, I mean that's on Reynaldo, but I'll speak personally that I don't know uh, if we're ever fully pleased with what we get, if we ever get full resolution from our family members. I mean, I think it's great, and I hope and I wish that for everyone, but I don't think everyone gets that in life, personally. Ray, please, if you want.
No, I mean, honestly, you know, as a man who also has very complicated feelings and relationship with his actual father, you know, I certainly understand the impulse to get a resolution, you know, and there's so much of Martin's life which was cut short, you know, that was ugly. And, you know, a note we got in rehearsal was, you know, maybe seeing more of the love between Martin and his father, because, you know, sure, he holds a lot of resentment towards his dad, feeling abandoned, but at the same time, he was with him up until the point he was 8. He taught him, you know, how to read, gave him this great education. So how can we see the seeds, like Peter mentioned with Anna, with his father? So you see, actually, no, there was love there, and maybe is still love, not just all the resentment we're getting right now.
I muted myself. We have beautiful work, Reynaldo. What kind of conversations do you hope viewers of the play will have as they leave the show and afterward? And I bet that question can be extended to the breadth of folks who worked on this evening.
Yeah, I would love to hear from the cast if anyone wants to, bring forward any questions that came up for them or things they would want to hear from audience members about.
We have someone comment that they enjoyed seeing Lucy use his powers, and that people having powers seems to be something that people enjoy watching.
Yeah, I think since we last read it, there were even more instances of like Lucy and God sort of manipulating both the world of the story, but also manipulating the theater space. And I think that that's something that that's something I think we lose a bit on Zoom, because you need 3 dimensions for that. But that I agree, there is something so cool about having the theatrical space manipulated by characters, and I think God does it at the end now as well, which is great. Those are great sort of additions.
Yeah, I will throw in there that I think the actors do such a great job with this, that it can be hard to remember that this is a development process. We are seeing a script that is like in the middle of being worked on, and I think that Reynaldo in particular took that mission statement to heart, and has taken the space of the rehearsal process and having actors to really explore the world and take the feedback and see how it plays off of people. And so, this is what salons are for, is to like help get a play through so that it develops to a new place with a new, to get to new pages and new discoveries so that it can go on to its next thing. And so it's cool to even have, folks like what John was just saying, that there are more, we've actually even seen a growing of magic. And so to know that that's something that people gravitated towards and would like to see more of power, that's some pretty cool stuff. Jump in, yeah.
I think I'd like to address that question that you brought up about the possible conversations that this may lead to in the audience. I mean, personally, I would love to hear people of different faiths and different levels of beliefs just talk amongst themselves, like why the hell they believe, or no pun intended, but or why they don't. And is it a thing of, is it because it was beaten into them as a child? Does it give them true comfort? Do they really believe? Are they like me and they mostly believe only when there's turbulence or when Argentina's in the World Cup? Like, that's the 2 times I mostly believe. So I would love to see, different people, and respectfully. And if there's a little argument, spirited debate, that's what the bar is for after the show. So, yeah, great question.
I just want to say, it was an interesting conversation between Martine and God, because how many people, if given the opportunity to talk to their God, what would they ask, and what sort of emotions would it invoke in them? Would they be angry? Would they be happy? Would how that conversation would go? Uh, so just and how they feel themselves, especially because Martin had powers, and so he felt if he had as much powers as God says he has, why didn't he? Like he said, if he had the power, he would then change everything, heal it all. And how come, since you're all powerful, why you're not doing it? It's a valid question. And just how God has to put him in his place. So I just think it would be an interesting conversation, and just how that would go, whether you believe or you don't.
I guess for me, one of the conversations that I think the play brings up, but I also think would come up in an audience that I'm interested in, is like how we like decolonize our faith. How do we look at spiritual practice, what that was a tool of colonization, because we have to name it as such, and how we use it today. And then on the personal side, I'm Jewish, and like I'm a Jew of color, which is so rarely seen, apparently. No, we're all over, and so the the ways in which this Lucifer character is used in the play, one sort of muck shit up, but also poses this idea like some of the things happening around us, or a lot of the things that are happening around us, are man-made, which is so in line with my faith, where like the idea that what we do is our fault. These things that we are creating, whether good or bad, is on us. There isn't this higher divinity sort of creating that. I think that conversation would also be interesting with an audience. How much more personal responsibility do we need to be taking for the fullness of what is happening in our world?
Actors, feel free to jump in at any time. We got other things like great job, lovely piece, actors are terrific, and then the specific question of whether or not Martin's decision to allow himself to be sold was saintly is really difficult and frightening. So if there's anything any of y'all want to respond to about that.
Yeah, that one really struck. And there's also this idea of the oppressed or the underserved sacrificing themselves for the greater good, mostly to those who are oppressing or underserving them. So I just found that interesting, that he would, pun intended, throw himself on the cross, so to speak, and choose to be sold, and then it not happen. So he tried to put himself out there like that, and it didn't even happen. So
Yeah, that's a doozy. And I do think that the casting choice of having Lucy double as the auctioneer makes the scene a lot more possible. And so, good work across the board, because that's some pretty difficult stuff to put out there. And I think y'all handled it strong. Beautiful play. I love the moments when the characters speak to the audience. I think it contributes to a discussion forming by the end. If anyone wants to respond to that, there's a lot of nods.
I just have a question for Reynaldo. In terms of audience participation when writing this piece, um, was that always in the works to have the audience actually respond? And if so, do you want it to be a situation where the show actually stops until someone responds? I don't think I've ever been in a show where there's like audience participation unless it's like a circus show or a magic show. But on Broadway, I've never, because this is gonna be on Broadway. I've never, I've never been in a show like that. So I just, what do you envision for that aspect of your show?
I mean, my favorite way to see theater nowadays is to go to Black Theater Night. You know, a lot of these nonprofit theaters have been doing Black Theater Night because it's a communal event. You know, this space is for us and by us. So let us live in our joy. Let's laugh when we want to laugh. If we want to talk back to the actors, that's our truth in the moment. You know, I know a lot of people think of the theater as like, you know, a holy place and there's a decorum and we have to dress a certain way. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? If we actually think theater is an essential service, essential to our identity as artists, then let it actually be for us. You know, what's actually going to serve us living in a pandemic? You know, if we're coming into a room and that's actually dangerous to be in a room together in an enclosed space, possibly for, you know, 90 plus minutes, how are we actually leaving that space better, healed in some way, right? Brought closer to our neighbor. That's what I want, you know, like I grew up, my mom is Baptist. So I was in the Baptist church. It was like Sister Act every day. But my dad was Catholic. So it was, you know, it was dry, not gonna lie. You know, so like living in those two different worlds, I'm like, so what happens if they come together? What's the possibilities of that? How can we learn from each other? And that's what I want, you know, because our society is so segregated racially, economically, spiritually. And if the theater is one of the places we want people to form a melting pot of sorts, then let's actually engage with each other. That's what I think, at least.
I love that question and that answer. I think piggyback off of what we got coming from the chat box. What food will be served at Martine's funeral? Joking, but also curious.
Ooh,
yeah, so I'm like Ray, but also I think anybody. I think this is a potluck deal.
Collard greens, right? Right? You gotta have some collards, right? All right. Okay.
Listen, if it's Peruvian, right? Peru, that green sauce for that chicken. Hello. Okay, Peruvian chicken with that green sauce. Bam.
Yes, please. Dang.
We gotta throw in some jerk chicken, some Jamaican hot, serious jerk chicken. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
You can get Pio Pio to sponsor it as well. Yep. Bing bong.
I'm definitely coming. Who's bringing dessert? That's what I want to know. Who's bringing...
I mean, we do have to have the tres leches because it's mentioned there. Like that has to be there.
And the sanitizing rum too.
And if it's during the holidays, coquito. Boom.
Coquito. I was like coquito or something. Thank you.
You know, when you run out of the coquito is when you start doing the sanitizing rum, right? That's how that goes.
The coquito and the rum happen before we start having our conversation, right? Right?
Yeah, we gotta play music, we gotta get dancing, and then we talk. Which I think is how this play actually goes. I think we all dance, and then we talk.
Everybody's going to be litty litty. Act 1, Scene 1.
We have a 100% agree with your desire for the theater. OMG, yes, Pio Pio. So, any last things we want to throw in there? Things to shout out to each other, to the universe about this piece before we say adieu and part ways for this lovely evening and our holiday season. Anyone can jump in. Ray,
I just want to say thanks, Ray, for introducing this whole process, this whole play. It's really very good. I, for one, had no knowledge of this at all. So you made me go into some deep Google search. So thank you. Thank you for that.
A very special thanks to everyone for making this happen. We were originally scheduled to do this back in October, and Ray got cast of on Broadway, and we had to move things. It happens. Congratulations. So it's been a time, but sometimes it's the right people at the right time, and for this to be 50 is very, very cool. So yes, jump in.
Yeah, because I also had the live chat open the entire time during the whole reading, actually, because I'm professional. I just saw we had a question here asking about what contributed to the contemporary references in the play, and I think it's related to what I want to say in terms of like the closing statement. And I think in some ways we've seen that history repeats itself, right? A lot of the conversations we're having right now in theater, right, about what kind of what work needs to be done, who gets to make art is not new. We've been having these conversations for decades, right? There's an epidemic in Martin's world. There's a pandemic right now in our world. People have been killing and hating each other over religion for thousands of years, right? So for me, tonight, being able to present this play with all of you was a gift, right? It brought me joy. I hope it brought all of you joy. It allowed me to not think about the craziness going on outside right now. It allowed me to be here. Yes, it would have been lovely to be in person, but at the same time, it shows me the possibilities of what can happen when we create space for healing, for art, for fun, for joy, for dancing, for POPO, whatever it is, and it's a great reminder for me going into 2022 of what I want to do more of. It's work with great people. It's, make work that's really challenging. It's laugh more, play more, think deeper. And I hope to do it all with all of you very soon. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ray, for providing the space and opportunity for this group of people to come together and to take control of your room and to make space for everybody by taking control. I think we all benefited greatly from your openness and your fortitude through the process. So thank you for making it happen. Folks, I like to round things out here at Skeleton Rep, getting in touch with ourselves, our bodies, especially these days. We've been floating heads on a screen for a couple of hours now together, but we are all fully embodied people occupying space, and we have shared our energy together to be here. So we all have a heart. Yes, it is beating, it is alive, it is working, because you are here right now. Your heart can be anywhere from all the way down to all the way up in your neck. The way to find yours, if you'd like, join me in closing your eyes and placing your hand where you believe the beat to be the strongest. Feel your palm on your heart. Trace the circle of your palm as it rests on your chest. And trace it the other way around. Sense any change, any pressure, any rhythm. That is your heart. From my heart to yours, I thank you for joining us this evening and for everything you brought. I look forward to 2022, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for being here, and